I think we were among the first ones to collaborate, to pioneer. We've pioneered the friendship relationship with banks as opposed to something. So in fact, what we said, we've seen a few challenger bank or fintech coming to large bank, global banks, saying we're going to eat your lunch. What we say is a bit different. What we say is we can have lunch together. Yeah? So it's a different approach. So there's two things we do. First, when we started like 3-4 years ago, we went live with large banks. So I think we were one of the friendliest fintech at the time to incumbents. That's still the same. But in the meantime, we've added a few. We serve different industries. So we serve the insurance industry quite extensively. We serve other banks, of course, and we serve as well some innovative fintech. So we are the payment enabler of those fintech that they can do credit, they can do whatever what they can provide. So mainly credit or FX. Yeah. What we sell is time to market. So to reach time to market, we need to leverage a platform, and we configure this platform. So in the past, what is very common today, you buy a license, you integrate the license. 2 years later or 3 years later, you've got something that is obsolete. So where with us, after 1 or 2 quarters, we are live. We can experiment. You can't experiment in a 3-year project. You have to sign and wait for 3 years. So I think this approach is absolutely obsolete, and we're building something new and fresh for large organizations that they were not used to that. So it's a new model to them, but I think they're all keen. And if you have a good business case, time to market is definitely relevant. We see more and more non-card, payment solution, definitely, but the card solution in some is there to stay. I think it's going to be obsolete maybe one day. Is it in 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years? I don't know. But it's something that works. And the beauty of the card solution, it's acceptance. So if you do something very cool on your mobile and you can't pay anywhere, that's too cool for me. I like when you got money on your phone. I can tell you a little story here. I've started in this business. I've received some money on my mobile with a pioneer entrepreneur back in 2004. The money is still in my phone. I never used it, So all these projects, I think we run away. It's the difference between leading edge, which I think we are, and bleeding edge, which I think we don't want to bleed, and we don't recommend to be on that side of the edge, basically. So it's common sense. It's acceptance is everything in payment. And think twice before you do something very, very cool that nobody wants to accept as a payment. The payment is going to look like the web. Currently today you can check on your mobile what's your balance, what's your budget. All that was science fiction 5 years ago. So because all your banking needs were linked to a bank account, so on the branch and all that. So now the incumbents are working hard to make the information available on multiple support. There's a lot of fintech that are doing a fantastic job on that front as well. So making sure it's available and you can have the data like on the web. You go on the web, 20 years ago there was no web. Don't forget. So you had to go to the library. You had to check books and the encyclopedia. So I think things are moving very fast. And my kids, I tell them, I had no phone when I was your age. There was no phone, no mobile phone. So all that is next step is maybe we'll pay with our shoes, with our ears, with our glasses. Who knows? So I think what we've built at Bankable is something that will adapt to whatever standards that will come up. So it's not something rigid, done for one population with one mean. It's something that we will configure and adapt to whatever new mean of payment come up. We will adapt and we will propose that to our clients. Will Berlin be the new London? I don't think so. Berlin is a small city. There's the number of headquarters in Berlin and the number of headquarters in London. There's no comparison. So apart from the Brexit story and all that, the regulator remains the same in the UK. So I think the UK has been in the forefront of is very different as a regulator from other regulators. When you go to their website, you can see right away page 1 first. You can understand what they write, so it's readable. And very soon in the website, you can see that they are here to promote competition. I've never seen that in other regulators. They are usually in charge of protecting consumers as well as incumbents. So here there's a key differentiator of the UK. It's definitely a pro-business country that will remain a pro-business country with a regulator that wants to stimulate innovation to create competitiveness in terms of offers for consumers and corporates as well.